Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to study about the joins in SQL. Actually, SQL basically the structured query language that consists of many types of joins as well, which we have here in the SQL, which are completely used for writing out the queries or going ahead and putting on a different conditions. So joins are completely used for merging up of the two rows, merging up of the columns, and some things like this. So in the same way, we have around four types of joins in SQL. So I'm going to discuss about all of them in a detail right here in this particular video. So before that, let me quickly put on the heading for today that we are going to discuss, and that is joins in SQL. This goes the topic for today. Fine. First of all, I'll be telling about the join statement, that what is that used for, and after that I'll be introducing you to the different types of joins which we have in the SQL. So this is how we are going to proceed on. Right. So let's first of all see that what's the use of this. So I would just write that SQL join statement, the statements of the join statements which we have in SQL. So a SQL join statement, basically it's used for, now what is that completely used for? So it's completely used for combining, so it's used for combining data or rows. It's used for combining about the data or rows from more than two tables. Okay, for from more than two tables or two tables, three, four, whatever. Not okay. One case here applies that you cannot add combine a row or combine a column in one single table, right? Because that's not at all possible. So you need more than two or more than two different tables to be combined up, the data which is there and present into those tables, to combine up that data and the rows. Right, first of all, hope I am very much clear with this particular thing, that what's this join statement completely used for, why we just introduce out this topic, and why we should actually learn about this topic, and what's the use of this particular join statement. Right, now basically how does it combines the data or rows? It is not that, it is not the like case that it will combine anyway. No, we have several conditions as well which are applied, and due to that conditions only the the join statement completely takes place. It's not that you apply any of the condition and it will, the join will be the rows or the data will be joined. No, we have some specific conditions that need to be present, then only this particular join statements actually works out. Let me tell you what are those. So okay, it's used for combining data or rows. Now what is the condition that is here? So it on a based on a common field between them. Now what do I mean by that, based on a common field between them? See, it means that either one or the other field should be common field. We can say about simple words, if I say that's a column. Okay, so that should be common in both of the data, whatever the data, what are two tables you are want to combine, or whatever the things you want to combine. So there should be a common field between them. Let's say you want to combine up the rules, so in that case, in that particular that row, there should be some or the other common field. With the help of that common field only, you would be able to join up your tables, right? So first is that it is completely used for joining up the data or rows within the two or more than two tables. Other than that, there shall be one common field based one or the other, whatever you just say. So the combination which is done for the data or for the rows from the table, so in that the condition applies that that should be based on a common field between them. Okay, hope I just made out this particular thing very much clear. First of all, that how you use out this join statement and what are the conditions that need to be applied, then only your tables would be completely joined out. Now I've been introducing you to the different four types of joins which we have here in the SQL. So I would start with the very first one, and that's the inner join. Okay, that's I, but let me just make that out. So it's INNER. It's like that, inner, and here goes the join. Okay. Next we have the left join. Left, and here we have the join. Third, we are having the right join. So here goes the right and here goes the join. and at fourth I'm having full join. So it scores the full join. Okay, so these are the complete four types of joins which we have here in the SQL, which are followed by inner, left, right, and full. Okay, now we'll be seeing upon all of them in a very detail here. Okay, but before that, let me just quickly draw out a quick table. Into that table, I would simply add, like put on the rows only. I would put on the columns only. I would just not put out rows because otherwise it's gonna take out a long time, right? So I would simply put on the columns only. So let's say this is my table, and let's say my table consists of 5 columns. Okay, so here goes the first column. Okay, then I would just take out the next. Okay, how come I take the arrow? Fine. So here is a line. So here goes my second column. Next I would be taking, okay, draw, put on the draw, then table, the third column. Here again goes the fourth column, last one is fifth. These are imbalanced, but yes, fine. And here I would be taking one just like this so that I could just write on the column names right here. Okay, fine. So what are my column names which I'm having here onto this particular thing? So first one, the very first column of mine which I have here is roll number. Okay, so I just put on that roll number. Next column belongs to the name because as it is a data for the student, so it will be having roll number, name. Then we have here address. So ADD is for the address. Okay. Then here I have at the last phone numbers, and at last I have the column that's age. So basically these are some of the columns which we are having onto our data, right? Hope I'm very much clear with this particular thing. So we'll be dealing up with this particular table only, right? So let me just come down here and let me take out a different pen, and so that we could proceed on with the very first join which we have. So the very first join which we are having is inner, and here goes the join, right? Inner join we are having. Now first of all, I just want to let you know one particular thing regarding this inner join is that it's one of the very much simplest join which we have here in the SQL queries. One of the very simple one. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to tell you first of all what is the inner join. So what does it actually do? So I would just write that it selects, I would just write down that it selects all the rows, it selects all rows from both the tables, from both the whatever the tables you have taken out, it is going to select out all the rows from both out of tables as long as the condition satisfies, as long as the condition satisfies. As I told you that basically whatever the joins we are having, we all need to put on one of the condition, then only these join statements actually work about, right? So that the same thing I have mentioned here for the inner join as well, that it will select all the rows from both of the tables, whatever tables you are having, it will select out all the rows from that tables till that particular time, till the time your condition actually satisfies. Okay, so till the time your condition is going to satisfy, it is going to select out the rows from both of the tables, and the time where your condition does not satisfy, it will leave out at that particular place only, right? Hope I'm very much clear with this particular thing. Now next thing regarding the inner join is that we see that these are the keywords actually. Okay, so I would just mention that out, that the keyword will create, what will it do, it will create out, it will create a it will create the result set, the result, it will create the result set by combining all rows, by combining all, let me just come down here, by combining all rows from both the tables. So basically it will be resulting you as an output with a combination of all the rows from both the tables which you have actually combined out, right? And where the condition will be satisfying, that is the values for the common field will be same, whatever the fields you are having, so the values for both of the fields will remain out same here, right? So hope I'm very much clear with the first of all this inner join, that what is this actually and how we just use that out. Now after understanding the use, next very important thing comes is about the syntax. That what's the syntax that we have to use here for the following out the inner join. So the syntax is, first of all, we just write out our select statement. So select, and here you need to write out the table name. So select table, and after that your column names, whichever you are having, that all are okay. So here goes that from this particular table. So here your okay, 1 second, here your table names come out. So from table underscore name. After that we have the function that's inner join, that I just introduced you right here. So it goes like inner join, right? Inner join, and here goes your table 2. Okay, now here what you need to follow is that here you need to write out table 1 dot column 1. Okay, then you'll be writing table 1 dot column 2. Then again you need to write out table 2 dot column 1 and table 2 dot column 2. So what are the columns you are combining from the table 1 and the table 2? You need to mention out those column names here in this particular idea with the name of the tables. Okay, and here you're going to enter out the put on the table name 1. For the first table which you're having, you'll be putting on the name of that table after this from function. So inner join, and in the inner join you will be putting out the table 2 name. Okay, then comes on table 1 name dot, and here goes the matching column which you are having. Matching column is equal to, and here goes the table 2 dot matching, table 2 dot matching underscore column. Right, so this is the syntax that we actually follow out, that from the select statement, first of all from the table 1 you need to select out the column 1, and from table 1 you need to select out the column 2. Then from the table 2 you need to select out the column 1, and then from the table 2 you need to select out the column 2 as well. After that you need to write out the table name 1 using the from function, and then in the inner join function you'll be mentioning out your table 2 name. After that you will be putting on one condition, that's on, and there goes table 1 dot matching column is equal to table 2 dot matching column. So what are the matching columns are in the table 1 and table 2? You would be writing the name of both of the columns here, right? So hope I am very much clear about the syntax and the use of this inner join function, and even the use of the joins in the SQL statements. So we completed up this inner join function. Rest of the functions I'll be discussing in the further videos. This is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.